Hey guys, and welcome back to Saving Your Ruined Campaigns. This is the third save I'm gonna do ever for EU5, and it's a very interesting one because the player did a really great job expanding, getting all of these terrains as mains and also all of these green guys as his subjects. But he might have overextended because he did that in just 122 years. So we are fighting in Bohemia and France. You're seeing at the top message from the player in the meantime, where they have a huge numbers advantage. We're killing a bit more of them, but that seems like a tough war. Like, you know, also overall the economy is alright. It's definitely a lot of place to improve, and I'm gonna do that today. So I'm gonna use this episode for two things. First of all, how to handle and fix too much of antagonism while still expanding, how to win this kind of the war, or not to lose too much in that war, while scaling the country as hell. There's definitely a lot of nice stuff we'll have here to improve. There are some great sales currently running on Europa.com, sponsor of this channel. You see you can buy games like Expedition 33, Ark Riders, Battlefield 6, but also many more classics and newer games at a much discounted price, like Cyberpunk. On top of that, if you check the video description, there's also an 8% discount code that you can use to get it even cheaper. Make sure to use the link in the video description to support the channel, and let's get straight to that ruined campaign. And first thing being here is the spending overall here, because you'll see that stability is at 0. It's not great because high stability is a lot of promotion speed, which you'll need for your buildings, but also estate satisfaction equilibrium. And estate satisfaction equilibrium is gonna increase my income from taxes for both nobility and commoners over here. And same for the devotion. You see we're losing estate satisfaction with not full devotion. So what I'll do, I'll pay for our stability, maybe not at the maximum, we cannot afford it, but much higher. And we also gonna hire cabinet members to work on that. Just make sure that my capital is still being developed, more faraway locations are handling that. So this guy is gonna go and take care of stabilizing the country, while this guy here is gonna take care of increasing our devotion. So we hit maximum. Let's also spend as much to just be slightly on the negative. Then I'm gonna go ahead to France, which is a secondary partner of that war, and I'm gonna see what they want. So actually they don't want anything when they try to propose. Well, that's why you can just go ahead and suggest them to humiliate us, because I don't mind, and give them 268 ducats.
So I'm gonna pay you $100 to fuck off.
That's all that we need. Awesome. Bohemia, are you allied to France? We'll break that alliance when piecing up Bohemia, because now you see the numbers is not that different. And keep in mind, Bohemia is using a lot of levies. It's mostly levies, 17 out of 27,000. While ourselves, we did not have any levies raised. So let me pick up the whole standing army and get them up north here to go and take the war goal. Because the war goal is Elbtal, which is the province over here. On top of that, we need to take care of our subjects. As you see the subjects map, all the blue ones are vassals, the pink ones are fiefdoms. And the issue of that is the vassals, there's so many of them, they actually have the strength modifier already against us, and it's gonna only get worse as they build their own armies. So we have definitely to continue annexing lots of the subjects, but you see the players actually annexing a fiefdom, which is a mistake in my opinion. But yeah, how I'm gonna handle that is simply, for now, just finish that annexation, because all of our diplomats, and I'm gonna keep the spending as it is for now, all of our diplomats will start improving relations with various countries that will be able to join a coalition and are close to get out of it. Like for example Milan. You see I cannot improve much, it's just 8 more I could improve, it's saying it here, but I can use one of these guys here, the one with better Diplo stats, this guy to give us improved relations and diplomatic reputation. Diplomatic reputation give me less antagonism for taking locations from Bohemia, which I plan, while improved relations will allow me to improve relations more. Oh, this guy is gonna... do I really need to develop? I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, let's take a look at our associative values. Okay, this is all clear. The two associative values I could change is first of all belligerent, to get more war score cost, or decentralization to get the subjects more loyal. And I'm gonna use him for going towards decentralization more. Then yeah, we have to improve with a few. Let's improve with Milan. Let's improve with Hungary. Hungary is really close to be not in the coalition. And let's improve with Sweden once we get that extra diplomat. I guess this is fine. Later on, I will also have to improve with Teutons. Oh, these guys might be beyond saving. And maybe Great Britain, we'll see, but this 3 is the first priority. Let me see if I can actually give also more estate privileges, especially to commoners, because we want to increase taxation from them. And see, we are only taxing 37 out of 53 maximum, and since their power is little, like giving them more privileges is not gonna hurt us at all. This one is great because it gives less nobles power. Decentralization is what we want right now, right? To maximize the loyalty of the subjects. Same as allowing them in the cabinet doesn't matter. This power also doesn't matter, and decentralization also doesn't matter. What matters is higher loyalty equilibrium. So I'll be able to get 12% more, which is almost at the maximum tax. It is gonna get to the maximums one as I increase both devotion and stability. Obviously now I lost a bit of devotion with this privileges. Let's see if we can give anything to, or I surely can give something to nobility. Ideally something that gives them a lot of loyalty with little of power. Well, maybe this gives a lot of power. Well, I mean, 50 is not a lot, but decent amount of power. But it gives us stability investment cost. So that makes our budget already positive. And I would like to give them one more, which is gonna be the increase the cost of the court. But it's only 20 influence. Same for the burghers, I'm taxing them at the maximum, but the loyalty equilibrium could be a bit higher. And since, yeah, I could give them 1 or 2 more privileges, because their privileges usually don't give much of power and they give a decent amount of loyalty. Well, this one gives more power, but gold and silver output is gonna be important with the terrains that we are having, and building cost is gonna be of use for scaling. Okay, now it's great. That's gonna definitely improve our economy. Let's simply unpause to see, and you'll see also that I can get decentralization almost to 100 already. Yeah, see, that's a plus 50 balance right away with this small adjustment. Let's see also how much crown I'm gonna lose over the monthly. But here, since I've got this positive, how about we spend more on diplomacy? Just so improve relations with all of the potential coalition members. Bohemia actually attacked me here. They are using a mix of standing armies and mercs over here. I don't see levies. There are some levies in the reinforcements, but that's a serious issue, especially that we fight on -1. Well, the losses are in our advantage. Let's hope that's gonna be enough. Let's see if I can get this guys to reinforce on time, but I really doubt. One of the flanks actually just broke. Mine was about to break. Let's see if we can use that quick advantage. No, I don't think so. That's not enough. Because this flank is breaking. Now. Yeah, I don't think I can win that. Let's keep it going. Can always pray, but yeah, this flank is dying now. Yeah, we have to run away. That was a good siege progress that we'll lose, unfortunately. But there's nothing I could do. There's not even a month tick yet. But yeah, let's see how our crown power is gonna change in the meantime. 29.97. I see we've lost only 2 crown power, while I increase my economy significantly, and it was a great power status. So actually get my whole standing army together and split it in half, just so Bohemia is not gonna attack it. Let's put our ruler on one of the stacks and let's put someone of good skill on the other one. But overall we'll want to have like it done by the crown characters, you know, just so we maximize our crown power. But let's see. This is almost full standing army. Not gonna be attackers here. Should be an easy one. We're out of manpower, by the way. Yeah, very easy one. I think overall we might want to consider getting a bit of levies just to handle these battles. How about we go and take a bit of homeland levies? I know that's gonna decrease my raw materials output around here, but I just want to not drag this war too much. I also want to do some adjustments in the planned advances. You can finish the battle leadership plan, it's alright, but cancel everything else for now. These are gonna be useful, but there are advances in the first ages that are discounted that will be of use for us. Just looking if I should rush them first. Well, maybe leave that for later. In Age of Renaissance, we've got the city cost, which is just next one to take here. This is an important advance. Cities are so crucial for the whole gameplay, not just early game. This army initiative here also crucial for the battles, which I assume we will have plenty. No boost levy size. We might not use levies. Ideally only the standing army, so let's maybe not take it. If we talk about standing army and current age, looks like player did not take heavy cav. So let's unlock the lancers here. Silver and lead output, those are important, and I think these are for the Rhine-Franconia German group of the cultures. Look, over here we've got cultural influence, important for many things, including assimilation, power projection, which is for integration, cultures capacity, and characters life expectancy. Let's just keep this 10 for now. There will be plenty more to consider. With adjustments of the generals, by the way, we're back to 30 of camp power. While we having the standing army sitting up north to get the war goal, I'll also have a focus with a bit of levies to get the south, because there'll be silver mine, another silver mine, gold mine, another gold mine to be taken. Neither Sweden nor Hungary can join the coalition anymore. The battle leadership law, I don't have enough money to embrace it, but I want the monthly devotion. Can call parliament, which is called Curia, of course. In Mainz, let's just use that to get some literacy, maybe usage progress if we manage to push it. I want to first check if we have any good law changes available. So for precious metal distribution, we've got export ban. I think it is overall a bait, because export ban also means you cannot trade between your own internal markets if you need it. And this is also main source of economy from the trades when you are able to export your precious metals. So I'm gonna actually go for regulated export instead. We should be able to also, this turn not so great, but we should be able to get it back to 50%. And I found more laws I would like to change, but obviously wait with that. You're not sure why the player annexed Munster again. That was a fiefdom. We're gonna have zero control over this lands because there's gonna be no proximity there. Yes, it's fine. We definitely want to annex one of the vassals that is not so far away from our capital, like Liege, or these guys, but these guys are way too big. They're gonna take thousands of years to get annexed. These guys have wrong relations. And these guys have good relations, the Duchy of Bregenz, but they're gonna take ages to get annexed. But I think I have no other choice. This is gonna take actually not that bad. Again, the proximity is terrible. We have to find our locations with gold and silver, a few, and make sure they get some proximity. So for example here, go ahead and find Byleaf to get it. And same with the other locations with 0 proximity. Looks like also we are above the fort limit, which is actually something I was thinking about. We have a lot of forts. Let's just make sure to remove a few of them. Which is gonna allow us to also save a tiny bit of money. Oh wow, we just became a military hegemon. I actually did not expect that. We also a diplomatic hegemon, thanks to that diplomatic reputation we're getting here, and we're also a cultural hegemon. I actually fixed relations with Milan so much we might become allies after the war, and I want to find as many allies as possible to continue expansion to Bohemia. That should be just my sole goal for today. While scaling the country. We have so much expansion, now it's time for scaling while taking over their gold and silver mines. I've lost already 20 stability from the negative events for it. That's fine, I'll recover it today. If then down to 6,000 I can just go and disband my levies. Just to regain the tax base back at home. And I think the bailiff should be prepared. You see over here, well, it's still filling the people. Once it's filled, then I'm gonna get the proximity. Coalition? What coalition I'm talking about? I'm taking all of these terrains that have a silver mine, another silver mine, and a gold mine. And on top of that, I'm also fixing the borders here, fixing the borders here, taking you full money, taking war reparations. Can I take just one more location somewhere that we have occupied? And one more? Okay, let's do it this way. Antagonist should be fine. I've been improving relations, I've been telling you. See, Milan cannot join. Hungary, Poland, Sweden, Great Britain. France also soon will not be able to join. A while more. They're actually killing Great Britain. Let's see if we can get any allies. Milan, as told you, is a great ally. Let's also aim for getting one of these guys as well against Bohemia. But now we take our armies back home. Actually, no. We take our armies to Beirut, to that gold mine we just discussed. And make sure our ruler is the general. Great that we have a sea access, because I can build just one ship, which is also gonna be crucial for maximizing our crown power. Now over here on these gold mines, they're in my market, they're not in my market, so that's not good. It might update over Mavtik. No, it's too close to Prague. That's partially updated, but I think anyway, we might want to release subjects here. Is it because we are theocracy? Can we do fiefdoms? I don't think we can. Yeah, it's just vassals. That's why the player had so many vassals. So let's create a vassal here on the northern terrain. On the southern, I'm gonna core this myself. Here I'm gonna feed subjects. Because I have a stack on Beirut, this gold mine is getting additional 11% of control. And then also this proximity, I'm overall getting into 46% from like 15 it had before. Okay, the money that I took from Bohemia, I'm gonna make investments. I've been checking that we lack very crucial building, which is a temple. Temple, as a reminder, gives you 5% max control and literacy for the clergy, so we get it everywhere where it's missing. Obviously, it's just urban locations. We have paved roads unlocked, but none of them built. It must mean that burghers... No, they have a road building, right? So why none of them are built? Well, that's another thing. Let's start building paved roads, and we definitely need one to our gold mine here, because we have more proximity than I would get from a bailiff. And I will overall start building it all around the capital. How are the prices of the goods for these roads? Could they decrease them potentially, like mason? Lumber is gonna be hard to be decreased, but sand, for sure, let's not spend more and just focus on getting sand prices down. Maybe also lumber, let's see. But yeah, you see my crown power is up to 33%, having one army stack with the ruler on it. I don't think actually the ship is gonna be that obvious because I don't have any other crown characters. You're not allowed to have children. As we'll get devotion to the maximum, the cost of the court is gonna drop from 190 to just me having to maintain it at 100. This is gonna be just 65. So see, my balance is already 154 while boosting my stability fast. Next law I want to change is the mining law, I think. Yes, because it gives another 20% funding town cost. But it's just town. It's just towns. Actually, it's not that good because I thought it's also impacting the cities one. Let's just skip it then. And anyway, I got the prices much decreased. Let's see if the prices are still decreasing. Yeah, it's gonna get even cheaper. That's for a big investment on the roads is a must-have. And I'm even an economic hegemon now. 4 hegemonies as this means. It's crazy, and we are also scaling the base tax. This plus 20 diplomats is very underappreciated. It's gonna be important with the amount of subjects and antagonists that we are having. Books and paper advances are also very crucial for the boost of our economy, and so is the lumber. With the new cultures capacity, can accept the culture that is around here. Czechia is gonna be important as well. This one is super cheap. I'll just accept it. This one is also super cheap. And this one is super cheap because we have good opinions of each other. And this one is not really needed yet. Yeah, probably Czech is gonna be important for these gold mines. And I surely don't have enough. So this I will have to assimilate. But these are cheap, so let's actually go ahead and accept them already. And for this accept is the control equilibrium is gonna be so much higher everywhere. Overall, Mainz is in an amazing position for the proximity spread, especially the recent changes to the river, right? Where no matter if it's downstream or upstream, you get the full bonus. So if you look at the reverse map mode, I can spread in all these 4 directions easily. So I'll need to focus on the roads around here, here and here, and obviously sometimes going sidelines from the river. I also want to work on we've got some crown characters, so that ship is gonna be of use actually after all. What I also want to work on is better urbanization. Maybe not cities yet, but consider more of the towns. For example, lumber. Yeah, it produces something, but you got lumber mills anyway. I'll just not overbuild it yet because we are building the roads. I think the players was actually taking a look at his locations and where he gets the cities. But for example, I've got a lot of wild game. I don't need this. Beeswax is a very weak source of food, so same, I will improve it to the town. Mercury, we'll keep it, it's an important one. So is the marble. And on some of the and I think I'm gonna also change the legumes and lumber locations and beeswax locations to towns to actually urbanize around our capital. And later on I also have to, because of more towns than cities, I'll have to work on sources of food like this livestock location. We should generally avoid getting the towns and cities with less than 30,000. I mean, I know this starts just too close to capital. 30,000 of population. So we should be more looking at this map on planning where to create more towns around. Oh yeah, we have so much salt. This is a town potential. I have to immediately attack Bohemia again. That's gonna be probably my goal, to get rid of them, because otherwise they will join the coalition that is already existent. By the way, France is plus 33, so they wouldn't be able to join the coalition. And I'm about to declare on Bohemia that is their ally. I forgot to break that alliance before. That's fine. I'm gonna peace out separately France again. So you see, it shouldn't be a big of a problem. Bohemia is down to just 57,000 troops. France is maybe big army overall, but they don't have standing army. So not worried. We focus on getting the war goal. Maybe killing some of their troops since they are standing here. And separate piecing France. I actually did not have to even take CB for the parliament because I have so much following on the threat. But you see, the locations for that are not that great. This one is not bad. 2 forts to be taken, but overall cheaper wars go for taking locations. And you see, I separated my cavalry from the sieging stack with artillery and infantry. Because that cavalry should be pretty good fighting battles. See that first battle that we even did. We've lost more than killed probably because I attacked with some minuses. I think since there's so many of them, I'll recruit still a bit of levies. Just to have some reinforcements. Let's look at the quantity difference. But let's see how this cav is gonna do versus a much bigger army. Yeah, I just have to catch the moment where there's a bunch of levies not knowing what they are doing. France is just getting slaughtered because they are running so many levies. They're down to 38,000 troops. And even have some war score from battles, but we are slowly going towards the war goal. Okay, France, I'll pay you 600 plus humiliation to fuck off. Don't waste my time, I gotta go and deal with Bohemia. Long term we'll be obviously removing these byleaves as we spread our proximity, but for now in the terrains, especially where there are gold mines, I'm building byleaves on locations with no proximity to maximize our control. But anyway, I'm taking all of this, including Prague, so we can take over their market. Let's see in a month how it's gonna change. And you see the antagonist even with 100% peace deal is totally fine. I might need to improve a bit with France again. That's the markets. Let's see, we've got 3 markets in our hands. We really need to annex Zlewikk from our subject to fix this, because these locations have low market access. Actually, it's not that bad, but it would be higher for Zlewikk. Is it their capital? I think it is. Kiel is the capital, so can go to these guys and seize Zlewikk. I will still be disloyal for a long while, but this should fix the trade here. Give the month tick. Yeah, this is now beautiful. We've got 4 markets in our hands. Which the trading income still is not great, but we'll be improving that. Let's see what else we are missing in the Age of Discovery. This is our unique advance here for stability. Investment cost, so that's not bad. Rise of the burghers to tax them even more. Conversion and assimilation speed. It's gonna be of use. So is the food. We don't need proximity for naval. I don't need any naval stuff, so probably I'm gonna skip all this part of the tree. Except Mercury Patio. This is such a must-have, even if it requires me some of the advances I don't need. This is the proximity map with the byleaves done, so my tax base is already also skyrocketing, which I'm very happy about, but we also have a bunch of other subjects than Holstein being disloyal. We'll have to work on improving that. Rise of the Burghers. It's a really nice choice, because on one hand I could get 5% production efficiency, which is a really strong modifier, or I could increase the maximum tax for the burghers by 10%, but I would block them from the cabinet, and currently one of the cabinet members is from the burghers estate, so because of that block, Yeah, because of that block, I would rather go for the production efficiency, which is still insane bonus. Let's see how much it's gonna increase our base tax. Obviously, it has to be enabled first. You know, when you're playing as theocracy, when nobility does not have that much power, pilots don't have that much of an impact. So that's why it is so worth to spawn them everywhere in the rural locations. It's hard now to see the impact of the production efficiency. You see this 1710, that's because I also annexed the subject here and it's all gonna drop down. And I have to annex the old subjects to keep this modifier low. That's why I'm annexing these guys, and I should be annexing these guys soon as well. I don't know why, but my ally Milan just keeps giving me stuff in Italy. Which is not good news, because that gives me antagonism. Just stop. I don't want any more provinces. And the Mercury Patios, I think this is gonna be the last buildings I'll be getting before end of this campaign. Anyway, this is where we finish with double the base tax. A reminder, we've played some time, but not huge amount of time. Income up to 1.2 thousand, I think it's also pretty much doubled. I'll be showing you screenshots before and after on the right hand side as well. This is our proximity. This is our control map mode. I think looks really good. We are number 3 great power with 4 hegemonies. But yeah, this is it, guys. I'm looking for more saves to play. So if you have any ruined campaigns, join my Discord server and share me this file via DM with a bit of explanation. Why did you get into such situation and why is it ruined? And obviously subscribe, guys, to this channel to get notified about the next ruined campaigns, as it should be a good source of knowledge for you.